Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to what is essentially gaming's best kept secret. That's right, it's another update from THQ for Wreckfest. Now, unless you are subscribed to THQ Nordic on their YouTube channel, chances are you had no idea that this was even coming. It's been a long time since our last update, but if you have been keeping your eyes peeled on their channel, they did 3 teaser trailers for it. They didn't announce exactly when it was going to be coming out, but it did actually land yesterday, and with it has come some massive changes to the game along with some more content. There's actually been so much content added that I've decided to split this one into 2 different videos. So this video is going to be all about the paid for DLC stuff. So if you've got the season pass, it's all about the new cars that have been added into the game. And then I am going to do a separate video which I will link down in the description. So if you do fancy watching that one as well, please do go and check that out. But the other one is going to be about the free content that's been added. So the new additional track and the tournament mode as well. So, assuming the thumbnail has done its job correctly, you guys are all here for the American All-Star Car Pack, which is part of the Season Pass DLC. So, assuming you already own that, you can go straight on and actually download this. Now, there is a slight issue, or I found there was a slight issue, with the PlayStation version of this game, where it's not actually coming up within the game itself as an option to purchase or an option to just download. You do have to come out of the game altogether, enter the PlayStation Store on its own, go through it and search for the car pack manually. Once you find it, then download it. Like I say, there's no charge if you already own that season pass, but then when you go back into the game, it will be there. So don't panic though if you can't find it in the game. There are workarounds and you will be able to get to this stuff. Once you have downloaded the content, as always, and something that I love about this game is the fact that the cars are available for free in the game for you to play with. There is no need to go and spend in-game currency to get them. They're just there in your own cars, in your garage, ready to go. So if you already own the season pass, there is absolutely no reason not to come back to this game and just try these cars out. You might absolutely love them, and equally with the additional content that they added yesterday, I think you would be foolish not to at least go back and give some of this stuff a go. So anyway, back to the cars themselves, and what do we actually get with this update? Well, THQ typically give us quite a variety within these car packs, which it doesn't feel like they necessarily have this time round. So typically we would get a stupid car, you know, something a little bit crazy, something that handles well, and then something a little bit more tanky. This time round, they're all much more sensible choices, and they're definitely cars that you would be able to use, certainly if you wanted to go through the career or take these ones online. Okay, so up first we've got the Grand Duke, and out of the box it comes to you as a B-class vehicle, as you can see there on screen at 207. Just like most of the vehicles in this game though, it is heavily customizable. You could take this one right up to an A-class if you wanted to. So the stats on this one, as you can see again on screen there, is acceleration 6.4, which is very respectable. Top speed is 6.5, again absolutely fine. Now the cornering is what let this one down at 1.8, but the strength makes up for it again at 6.8. Now, with the new tournament mode, which I'm going to be talking about in the other video, you do actually use this in a Destruction Derby event, and in that event, it works really, really well. It's definitely incredibly strong. It's got enough power to do a lot of damage to everyone else, and I had a load of fun with it. But equally, I did take it out on the track, and it's, again, a viable option against other cars in that scenario as well. Assuming you just slow down a little bit in the corners, you'll be absolutely fine, and you can make up for it with the raw power on the straights. Next up, we've got the little Thrasher. Now, I've had loads of fun with this. In fact, this is probably the car that I've used the most from this car pack, but for probably quite different reasons than you'd expect. It's not the best car in the world, but it is quite funny to try and use it. Now, it comes to you in its stock format of a B-class vehicle at 166, as you can see on screen there. Now, this one, again, is very customizable, but what I would recommend with this is just take it all the way to the top of level B. I wouldn't take it into level A because it doesn't go particularly high into that level anyway, and you will struggle against some of the vehicles in that class. So, yeah, take it all the way to the top of the B, and this becomes a real track weapon. Now, acceleration-wise, this one is coming out at 5 with a top speed there of 6.4. Now, the cornering for this is down to 1. And the strength is 5.3. So it's a relatively good all-rounder, but that cornering of 1 all comes down to, in my opinion, the fact that this thing absolutely loves to flip over. If you go around a corner even slightly too aggressively, it will just go over. So for me, it's been a load of fun playing around with this, and it does make for some interesting racing. But honestly, go and give this one a go. It's just so top-heavy, it becomes quite funny. And lastly, we've got the Wild King here, which is another B-class vehicle at 205, as you can see there. Acceleration on this one is 6.3. The top speed is 5.8. Cornering again is quite low at 2.9 and the strength is pretty good at 6.1. So as you can see, all three of these cars are quite similar to one another in terms of stats, and to be honest with their uses, they're very good because you can use them on track or for Destruction Derby. It's just a nice pack to sort of add to what you've already got. Add to the mix the fact that we got the completely free update as well, including that tournament mode, and there is a way of getting your hands on another car over there as well. So if you haven't watched my other video on that yet, please do go and check that out. Once again, the link is down in the description. But yeah, with both of these updates all together, again, it's a really nice package that they've put together for us. But what is quite upsetting is the fact that we are getting close to the end of what they said there would be in terms of DLC, certainly in the season pass anyway for this game. They told us we were going to be getting 20 roof customization items, which we've already had straight at the beginning when they first started doing this, and 20 DLC cars as well. Now, I count roughly 18 or 19 actually that we've had so far. I might have got that completely wrong, but that's if you include the new car as well that came down as part of that tournament pack. So whether there is going to be one final update, I'm not entirely sure, or whether they continue to just keep bringing us DLC, hopefully with a second season pass or something like that. I'd happily spend the money on some more content. I absolutely love this game. It's kept me busy for such a long time, and I'm sure a lot of you guys feel exactly the same way. So all we can do is keep our fingers crossed for that. In fact, if you would like to see more content coming for this game over the next year or so, please use that thumbs up button down below just to let me know you're on the same page, and it gives me an indication of whether I should continue to make Wreckfest content or not. Also, while I'm asking you guys to do stuff, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It's great to see so many people joining the channel. I'd love to see those numbers keep going, so please make sure you hit that button. And don't forget to comment if you want to just talk to me. It's a great way to get in touch with me. I try and respond to as many comments as I possibly can, but I can definitely promise you, even if I don't respond, I've definitely read it. Now, as always with these update videos, I am just going to keep this really short and sweet, but I would like to leave you with an event of me just messing around with one of these cars from this morning. Now, the event itself is going to be a banger race at the Rockfield Rough Spot, and I am using the Wild King. Please feel free to stay to the end and watch that whole event if you want to. It is nothing special, so don't get overexcited, but it just gives you an idea of what to expect with these cars. But equally, if you don't want to stay and watch it, I completely understand, so don't feel guilty about it. But thanks ever so much, as always, for coming by the channel today, and I will see you all on the next one.